Hi everybody, it's Chris down at Rubber City Comics. So here it is. It's after 5 o'clock on Tuesday, which means it's time for our quick recap of what's going to be live on the shelf tomorrow when we open at noon. Now, one thing I do want to clarify is a couple people asked me this question. They said, hey, I went to your website, rubbercitycomics.com, and it said that you were getting this particular comic, but I didn't find any on the shelf. Well, okay, so here's the truth of it. A little inside baseball. The fact that we have a number of subscribers that we pull books for every week, and depending upon how many subscribers we have, that kind of dictates how many comics that we order. So if we have like 2 or 3 people on a comic, we're only ordering enough for them. There aren't extra copies on the shelf. That's another good reason to get on the subscription program. But then anything beyond 5, we make sure that we get extra copies. So this is what these videos are about: what's extra, what's on the shelf, and also be aware that the shelf below it is what's left over from last week. So if you're looking for a couple of different things, you can also check the shelf below the new comic shelf. So anyway, let's start off with DC. This week we've got the new issue of Batman, the new issue of Doomsday Clock that's still going on. This is number 8. Okay, number 8. So 8 of 12. I know it's taken a while to get this out, but it's definitely worth it. Green Arrow and Green Lantern, the second issue of the new Green Lantern series is out this week. The new Harley Quinn is out. Justice League. And also we've got a lot of copies of these 2 new books that everybody's been asking about, and that is Martian Manhunter #1 and Shazam. Shazam coming back in comic book form, and of course there's a movie coming out next year. So we've got plenty of copies of those 2 new comics. So it's first come, first serve. Suicide Squad, the second issue of the Black Files miniseries, and then going over. Oh, by the way, we also have these artist sketches of the new Doctor. They're on the shelf for Doctor Who fans, and they're free, so please take one. So going over to the Marvel side, Immortal Hulk, and there's a second Immortal Hulk book this month, but it is the #1 of a mini series called Best Defense, and that is a prelude to the new Defenders comic that's coming out. Killmonger, this is the first issue, a spin-off from Black Panther. Of course, if you saw the movie, you're familiar with that particular villain. Marvel Knights is out. We've got a lot of issues that if you're a Daredevil and a Punisher fan, you really should be reading this. It is an excellent book. Another in this prelude to the new Defenders series is Best Defense Namor. So you can kind of tell they're sort of naming who's going to be in the new Defenders team. And of course, this was the original Defenders team, which is the Hulk, Namor, Doctor Strange, and Silver Surfer. So these first 2 tie-in books are out. Deadpool and Spider-Man, new issue is out. Then there's a new Star Wars book as part of their Age of Republic series. This one focuses on Qui-Gon Jinn. The new issue of Uncanny X-Men, and that is the new X-Men series. Venom is out. New series, Winter Soldier, of course, sort of a tie-in to Captain America. And then this new series, this is #1, X-Men Exterminated. So all the X-Men readers are jumping on that book as well. And then in the back row, we always order these. These are True Believers. These are reprints of classic Marvel comics, and they're only $1 an issue. So if you haven't read some of these old Fantastic Four, and then there's Daredevil, and so every month we have different ones. We always like to order these, and they're only $1, so it's great reading. And then a little extra fun, the Merry X-Men Holiday Special. We've got a few copies of that on the shelf if you want to pick that up. Then we've got the latest Star Trek The Next Generation series that's out. That's issue 5 from IDW. There's continuing the BPRD series. That's, of course, Hellboy. And then we've only got 1 issue left. I'm really surprised. That's the new issue of Walking Dead. So, and one thing you want to know, if you kind of look through these here, in the back, these piles, you'll find variant covers of some of these books, and we charge cover price. So if you're a variant collector and you come in, make sure you look through the new comics and see if there are any variant copies hidden amongst the new comics. So anyway, remember, we're open from 12 to 6 tomorrow, and we would love to see you come in. We will talk to you next week.